Hi friends, welcome to our cozy home. Today I'm so excited to share with you a treasure trove of beautiful from-scratch breakfast recipes for that tender season between winter and spring, when the chill is still in the air but we begin to see the loveliness of spring colors appear around us. Will you join me today as we set our table and make 4 beautiful, comforting, and nourishing spring breakfasts? Let's begin with a simple table setting. There's nothing like seasonal flowers and a simple tablecloth to make a meal feel extra cozy and truly special. One of the most delicious breakfasts I've ever eaten is Turkish Cilbir. It's so simple with just a few ingredients eaten alongside a crusty bread. We'll begin by making the Greek yogurt. It's one of the easiest, most delicious staples you can keep on hand, and made at home it can be as low as a quarter of the price of the store. When you make Greek yogurt, there are 2 secrets to making it truly delicious. First, you must know that the tanginess of your yogurt is completely up to you. The longer it sits at temperature, the tangier it gets. So if you want it to be super smooth and only very lightly tart, make sure you pull it as soon as it sets. This is what it looks like when it sets, which typically takes between 4 to 6 hours. Here's the next secret, and this is important because a lot of people on the internet get it wrong. Yogurt should not remain at room temperature once it sets unless you want it to be very tart. I personally love mine to be very smooth. So when you strain it in the fridge. We do ours for 24 to 36 hours for the perfect thickness. By the way, the leftover whey is rich in potassium, calcium, and B vitamins, and it makes a great addition to smoothies or other baking recipes. Traditionally, this dish is served with Turkish simit, pita, or other crusty breads. Today we're going to make a nice plump French bread to go on the side. I want to introduce you to the easiest method I've encountered for making poached eggs. It's completely foolproof. I've included it in the recipe below, but essentially you let the eggs sit in a mixture of vinegar and water for 15 minutes, and then drop them gently into lightly simmering water. Wait 3 to 4 minutes, lift with a slotted spoon, and that's it. Perfectly poached eggs every time. I absolutely love to sit down to a breakfast prepared slowly and with love. With 2 little ones in our home, it's a luxury we usually save for the weekends, but there's nothing like starting your day slowly with a beautiful table and a lovely meal. For a sweeter breakfast that reminds us of the beautiful flowers of the spring, these strawberry rose cream souffle pancakes are lovely. They're so light and fluffy, and the floral flavor is so fresh and inviting. I found that the trick to these is to be careful folding in your whites and to keep your heat in your pan low and steady. Don't be tempted to raise the heat to go faster. Just wait and they will come out perfectly. On the days we need something extra filling and nourishing, there's nothing quite like these Spelt English muffins, and even more so turned into something fancy like a Florentine Eggs Benedict. We'll begin by mixing up the dough for the English muffins. These come together super quickly in the evening, and the spelt flour in the dough gives them a delightful, warm, and nutty flavor that you really just can't find elsewhere. In the morning, I shape them and let them rise before we bake them up in our skillet. These English muffins freeze beautifully, so they're an easy item to make ahead, but today we're going to make them fresh. Next, I'll make my hollandaise. Contrary to popular belief, hollandaise is actually a really simple and quick sauce to make. You just need to move slowly and stir constantly when you introduce the hot butter. This meal is truly so satisfying and nourishing and delicious, especially on colder days. Another favorite treat in our home is the famous Korean egg drop sandwich. It comes together as such a delightful pairing and presentation of simple ingredients, but this feels like such a treat. To make it extra special, we'll begin by preparing the box for our sandwich. I've included the stencil for this along with the instructions in the link below. Next, I'll move on to preparing the bread. Really, any soft bread will work nicely, like milk toast or brioche, but our family has always enjoyed this with a challah loaf. I'll prepare the challah loaf in a pan in this situation to more easily fit in our sandwich box later. This sandwich has a special lightly sweet mayonnaise and condensed milk sauce added to it with a sriracha mayo over the top to make it just a touch spicy. You can add cheese, eggs, bacon, or ham to it if you like as well. Thank you so much for joining me here today, friends. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more content about making life slower and more beautiful, seasonal from-scratch recipes, or even lovely home tea parties, remember to like and subscribe. The very next video on this channel will be an extra special home tea party. I hope to see you there.